canceled the coffee shop plan. I'll have to do that next week. Gotta do some much needed cleaning here on a Saturday. This is like 10 years of dirt. 吸尘器 吸尘器 We do have a cleaning lady upstairs. 打扫的阿姨在楼上 But we kind of work right along with her. Stacking the dishwasher is both an art and a science. 把碗放进洗碗机 Li. I would add a li. Why do they call it 洗碗机? Because there's also plates and utensils and cups. My wife thinks she has an answer.
If you say it's 洗盘机, that would be dish plates and 洗筷子机, 洗叉子机, 洗
But your point is everybody has a wan.
Yeah, everybody needs their own wan, so there will be definitely one.
Okay, Chinese make so much sense. 要洗衣服洗衣机丢垃圾 In mainland China, they would say 垃圾. Taiwan is 垃圾. So you're going to hear some knocking noises upstairs. I'm taking a break from that. And there's also a storm outside, so there's periodic thunder. Welcome back to Runner's Gardens What a Character series. I make videos about traditional Chinese characters in alphabetical order according to the Pinyin romanization system. Let's add a little light on the subject. The first sound form that we will go over today is un. It would actually be written un in English, and it's not n, it's un. One pa pa ma fa character, this one. The first one is first tone un, as in 感恩节, one of my favorite holidays, Thanksgiving in the US. Canada also has it in October. Ours is in November. Did you know you can also use this phrase 感恩 to say thank you? When you are really sincerely appreciative of something, you can, instead of 谢谢, next time you want to say 谢谢, but you're really, feeling appreciative, you can say 感恩, 感恩. Characters made by a box, and then before you close the box, you put a da for big. Close the box, and then you have a heart, because it's sincerity, right? Significant favor or kindness. 恩人 is a benefactor, somebody who helps you out a lot. To use a character that we learned before, 报 报恩 报恩 to repay one's kindness. 恩怨 can be a feeling of gratitude, but it can also be a feeling of resentment, gratitude, or grudge. That's confusing. I'm going to have to defer to my wife on this one. Or I could ask AI. It comes from a 4-character expression. For example, found in those Chinese martial arts romance novels. So we have un, gratitude, and yuan, resentment. Qing, passion. Chou, hatred. Un, yuan, qing, chou together captures the full spectrum of intense human ties, where kindness and hatred, love and resentment are completely intertwined and hard to untangle. With the mouth radical ko in front of the un, you can have an atonal un or fourth tone un. Okay, this character can also show the affirmative, but it's not pronounced un. They just say but the character is still So if I say 我是我太太看过最帅的男生, 他会说 So you're saying yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Agree.
Yeah. I often test students and I ask them, I say, is your name Bob? And they go, And I'm like, can you respond in English?
That's how Taiwanese people
I know.
do.
But we're having an English test. So.
Right. They would just
Nobody
say,
in America would know if somebody goes,
And this is a newer thing. It didn't happen before.
Really?
Right.
Like within the past decade?
Probably.
Okay. So it's the character but it's just pronounced
Right.
Taiwanese frequently drop soft, low-pitched sounds every few sentences. It doesn't necessarily mean I agree with everything you're saying. It simply signals I'm listening. Keep going. Single can feel like okay or fine. Sometimes carries passive-aggressive or dismissive undertones if sent without punctuation or emojis. So you want to double your The interrupt. A quick rising accompanied by slightly raised eyebrows is the standard nonverbal request for someone to repeat themselves, equivalent to or sorry. The next sound form, ER, is not it's and we have all four tones, and First tone is kind of a secondary pronunciation of second tone which means child. 儿童, children. 儿童. 儿子, son. 女儿, daughter or girl. It gets even simpler. It just looks like a pair of legs in simplified. It's actually the 注音符号 symbol the b, p, m, f symbol. Grammatically, r can be a suffix to add to different parts of speech to change them into a noun. 在这儿 is here. Our next character is second tone r. It's a pretty simple character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the most common use of this one is 而且. 而且 means furthermore. Also, 反而, which means on the other hand. I was talking to a staff person about a student's level, and I said, 其实他们两个的程度不太好. And then the staff member said, 反而妹妹比较好, which means that, on the other hand, the younger sister is a little bit better. 反而 means kind of like on the other hand. Another common one is 而已. You can put this at the end of the sentence to say only or merely. 只有这个时间而已. 拍影片. That second tone art? Who thinks it looks like a hair pick? I have to go somewhere quieter. Way too dark in here. That's not gonna work. Between motorcycles and cars, I can get... Taiwan can be noisy. Our next character is third tone which is ear. 耳朵. 耳鼻喉科. 耳鼻喉科. Ear, nose, and throat specialist. 耳环. 我读高中的时候有耳环。这边。我摔跤的教练说，如果我没有拿掉的话，他会帮我拿掉，拔掉。My wrestling coach said if I didn't take out the earring, he would help me take it out by ripping it out. 耳塞 earplugs. It's raining out, but can you see that sign right in the middle? This one means that, so, or you, and is also used in transliteration. For example, Ireland. Ireland. Third tone, or, seldom, or rarely is probably the most common use of this one. It looks like the side view of a box of a bunch of X's. There's no bottom on the box. And look at the simplified. It's ni, the character for you, without the inverted ren or person radical to the left. Washer's running here. I almost want to go up to my roof. Oh, it's off. Peace and quiet. This was in Thailand. The funny thing about this picture is that my wife is always getting, it's not funny, she's always getting attacked by mosquitoes and I'm not. And even when posing, she's scratching her arm. By the way, this beach was wiped out during the tsunami. This is the only quiet place I could find in the house, but it has an echo. I'll give you 2 seconds to think of a fourth tone, R. Ready? E, R. That's it. The character for 2. Fourth tone, R. If you can roll it 2.
Okay.
2. Oh! On the first try. It was on the first try. Good job, Deadpool. Good job, Deadpool. I'm sitting out here waiting for my turn to get my hair cut. Look at this old barber's chair. I'm sitting in one too. I guess you can't see it, but my barber is in there. Oh, there he is. 剪头发. Nice little setup here. Have some tea. 剪头发 haircut. This is strange. The post office told me to go around back. This hasn't happened before. I don't know. There's no direct translation for a care package, but package is 包裹. That's all. Okay, 谢谢你. Let's see what's inside. Have to walk about a half a kilometer first. I don't like to tell people it's my birthday. I'm an employer, so that would be kind of embarrassing. I don't want to have anybody think that they have to give me anything at work, and then if one employee does and another one doesn't, they're like, oh, you're sucking up to the boss, you know, or whatever. And my wife and I, we've been married for like 30 years, 28 actually. And so we just take each other out for dinner, or we say, what do you want to buy for your birthday? And then, you know, it's like an excuse to get something more, a little bit more expensive than we would normally get. So the only person who sends me gifts is my aunt, mom's side, close relative, you know. And she usually sends me stuff from Pennsylvania, my home state. I'm really worried about the Hershey bar because I read the packing slip. I know it's in here. I don't know exactly, but it said like Twizzlers, snacks, Hershey bar. And Hershey is a Pennsylvania company. So, oh, and a newspaper. Yes, I got a newspaper. That was a surprise. Thought you might enjoy reading an article on the front page, continued inside of the morning call, about local towns and their history. Yes, that's cool. And a card. I'll keep that to myself, but it has a really nice drawing on it. I got a pinwheel. I better put my knife away. This must have been from the 4th of July. Maybe it was a leftover, because I know they had a picnic. Maybe one of my, she has a granddaughter and a grandson. I'm thinking they helped in doing this. Is it like a hat? I could wear it like a hat. Lay's Wavy Original Twizzlers. I can give these out to students. Pretzels. I make a special thing called pretzel soup. It's a very Pennsylvania Dutch thing. You boil milk and put you lob a slab of butter in there and you stick pretzels in and they soften almost like noodles. We call it pretzel soup. Very Pennsylvania Dutch. From PA, Tom Sturgis. I'm assuming it's a PA product because, yeah, Lancaster. Maybe Amish. Tasty cake. Hershey's bars, we can get them here, but not everyone. I don't know if I see all of these. Yeah, you can't get Mr. Good Bar here, I don't think. Hershey product though. And 2 dips. Gotta love the dips. French onion. Hard to find here. Come on, wind. There we go. I got a care package and a clean house, and you have 6 new characters. Next time we're starting sound forms which start with the letter F in Pinyin. Runner's Garden signing off.